Hello guys, how are you all doing? So in today's class I'm going to be making a palazzo trouser. So join me and see how I make this palazzo trouser. I have folded my fabric times 2. My fabric is already folded times 2. So this is it. I'm trying to show you that it's already folded. Whenever you want to cut any cloth, be it skirt, be it gown, you must fold your fabric times 2. So let's start taking the measurement with full length of 42, but I'm going to be taking full length of 44 because I'll be using that 2 inches to fold the down part of this trouser. That's why I'm taking 44. So in this 44 inches that I'm working with, I'll be minusing 3 inches. These 3 inches that I want to minus will serve me as my waistband, because this palazzo will be having a band on the waist, and this to be wide because it's a high waist palazzo trouser with a tummy skirt, so it needs to be wide. That's why I'm minusing a whole of 3 inches. So that is my waistline. I am marking my waistline, and that is the -3. I'm marking it there. So from my waist, so that's my waistline. From my waist to my hip line, I'll be taking 9 inches. I'll be 9 inches. That's from my waist to my hip line, and that is including the 3 inches that I minus. So I'm going over to take my flap line. My flap line, I'm taking it in 11 inches. That's from my waist to my flap is 11 inches. That's my waistline, that's my hip line, that's my flap line. So I'm going over to mark my knee line. This new line will be 21. I'm marking from my waist to my knee 21 inches. So I'm trying to connect my chalk, mark my chalk well, so that you will see my lines well. So I'll be coming over to take my measurements now. On my waistline, I'll be minusing 1 inch. On my hip line, I'll be minusing 1 inch as well. Then on my flap line, I'll be minusing 1.5 inch. On my flap line, 1.5 inch. Then on my new line, I'll be minusing 2 inches. Yes, that is it. So on the end of the trouser, at the end of the trouser, I'll be minusing 2.5 inch. 5 inches what I'll be minusing there. So I will now come over to connect my chalk. I'll be connecting from my waist to my hip, from my hip to my flap, from my flap to my new, then from my new to the end of the measurement. So that is it. Now I'll come and take my normal measurement. I'm working with waist 32. 32 divided by 2 is divided by 4, sorry, is 8. So I'll be dividing my waist divided by 4. So 32 divided by 4 is 8. So I've marked down my 8 inches, and I'm to add 1 inch seam allowance. So on my hip line, I'm working with hip 44. So that's divided by 4 is 11. I'll be marking my 11 inches plus 1 inch seam allowance. So this is my 1 inch seam allowance. I'll be marking it down, and I'll be going down to my flap. So I'm going to take my flap measure. In flap measurement, you have to, the waist, you will divide the waist divided by 4, the hip as well divided by 4. But in flap, you'll be dividing it by 2 because it's trouser. So I'm dividing my measurements. What I have there is flap 30. So I'll be divided by 2. That's 15 inches. So I'm marking down 15 inches. So whenever you're cutting a trouser, the waist is divided by 2, the hip is divided by 2, but the flap, the leg line as the end of the trouser is divided by 2. So that's my new. I'm marking it down as well with 1 inch seam allowance. I'm working with a new 27, so I've marked it down with 1 inch seam allowance. Then on the end of the trouser, I am going with this. I am going with 9 inches with 1 inch seam allowance as well. Then I'll come and connect my chalk so that you see what this trouser will be looking like. So I'm going to be connecting from my waistline, to my heel line, to my new hip line, sorry, from my waistline to my new hip line, from my hip to my flap line. So then I'll connect down to the end of the trouser like this. This is it. This is me trying to connect down to the end of the trouser. So I've finished connecting it. Let's cut the trouser so that you see what it looks like. This is how to cut a palazzo trouser. Even if it's a fitted trouser, it's just the same way. You just mark your body. Different will be the measurement. A fitted trouser needs to be fitted, but if you, as you can see from this one is wide because it's a palazzo trouser. Palazzo trouser is always wide and free on your client or on your hip. It's not fitted anything, so that is why it's called palazzo. It's free trouser. So this is how to cut it. I'm trying to cut it so that you will see what it looks like. Sewing is not difficult. Sewing is not hard. It's only determination. When you are determined to learn sewing, even if it's online, when you watch what I'm doing and take a good look at it and pay a good close attention to it, you surely understand that it's not difficult. It's not what you cannot do. It is can do. It is something you can do. So let's go over to the other side then and finish the cutting. I'm still trying to cut the palazzo trouser so that you will see what it looks like. All right, this is the trouser. It's almost ready. This is how to cut a palazzo trouser. Very simple. It's a palazzo trouser. It's very, very, very simple. So this is it. On my next video, I'll show you how to sew a palazzo trouser. Right, this is it, guys. So what I'll be doing to the back panel, I'll just place this one on another fabric that I'll be folding by 2, then I'll cut it. The difference is that the back panel will be 1 inch wider than the panel and the 1 inch longer than the front panel. So this is it, guys. This is it. So, and this is the finishing work. This is the palazzo trouser is ready finally. Thanks for watching my video. Please don't forget to like, comment and share. Thanks for watching my video. Please follow my page. Thanks.